some of the most extraordinary things that have been offered, for instance, in the time of Prime Minister Ehud Barak, and even what we heard Ehud Olmert had offered. There is a sense that the Palestinian leadership has not prepared its own people for the tough compromises that the Palestinians will also have to make. When you are disappointed and giving voice to the disappointment of these obstacles, do you feel also that your leadership has failed to step up in terms of preparing for the hard things, like there will never be the right of return for all the refugees, for instance?
But what can I say to you? Ehud Barak and Ehud Olmert, they have offers by words, and they offered something. When Barak, he offered, he was weak and he has no support. He went with Ben Ami, Yossi Benin, and he has no support in Israel. And Ehud Olmert, when he offered the Palestinian Authority, the Palestinian President Abbas, he was accused of corruption and to be investigated. What do you think of the Palestinian Authority with the documents that leaked from Al Jazeera? And they signed documents with concessions to the current Israeli government, and they didn't accept it. Who is serious about peace? Even it is against the Palestinian interest, but they signed documents to accept a solution and to prove the current Israeli government didn't accept it. It's Tzipi Livni and others. Who is against? Who doesn't want? Who is not the partner? The Palestinian Authority, I fully believe, especially President Abbas, he believes in peace and he wants it, and he is the one who convinced Arafat to go for the Oslo agreement. But what do we want? As a medical doctor, if we have a wound, we must close that wound 100%. Not to leave 1 centimeter open here and there. We want to close it, because if we left it open, infection will happen and the conflict will come back. It's important to close it and to be serious, not to play games. There is documents now, the roadmap, believe me, the roadmap and the solutions are there.
Anybody else? Yes?
Hi, my name is Gili Yoner. I'm an Israeli and graduated this school. And I'm deeply sorry about your daughters. I think having lived in Israel in the 70s and knowing it was a relatively liberal time in the country, we had Palestinian classmates in our class. We had very optimistic views of peace, which as the 80s went along changed with the further right-wing approach of the government. With the current situation with the government, I believe deeply that even the moderates in the country are operating out of fear. How do you address this fear of other and the inability of people to see each other as humans?
I fully understand and agree with you